What's going on, my reefing fam? March here. This is Fragbox TV. Welcome to our store here in Toronto. Yes, we are in Canada. That is where we are. This is Fragbox. I am March. This is the store. I think I said all that already. The fuck are you guys drilling over there? They're building some bar next door. It's so annoying. Okay, anyways, that's a good time I think to wrap the video. Like I said at the beginning, any Black Friday sort of deals that you're looking for. Oh my god. Okay, I keep shouting out on our social media that Black Friday is soon approaching, and it is quite possibly, no, it is, I'm not going to say quite possibly, the biggest sort of sales time of the year, because a lot of the brands here, even though we are in Canada, a lot of these big brands, Neptune, Aqualumination, Ecotech, a lot of them are American brands. So Black Friday is the big sales time. If you guys are looking for a big ticket purchase, maybe you want some new Radions, an MP10, AI Prime, Orbit 2, a full Apex System A3 Pro with Trident and NNP. I'm talking big ticket things. Email me now, info@fragbox.ca. Anywhere in the world that you live, we can ship it to you. We ship that stuff internationally. I just want to make sure you guys are going to get the best deal, best discount, and also secure stock, because this year we're not doing any back orders. Whatever we have on the shelves, that's it. When it's gone, it's gone. We got all of that out of the way. What's new? What else is new in the shop? This is a tank. This is a tank. Yeah, obviously it's a tank. Thanks, buddy. This is a tank that I actually had made for my home, and I ended up going a different direction. So this is a one of one. You're never going to see this one again. It's a Reef Casa March custom. It's white because I'm going down this white rabbit hole, and I think that they're so cool. Clear silicone, 8mm glass, very different sort of filter than we offer on the other ones. I didn't think that I needed this much filter room. I couldn't see what I was going to stick in the back. Actually, I think all-in-one filters are a tad too big, so it's just enough for filter floss holder, floss, carbon. I designed this so that a heater can fit in there, like a little neotherm ceramic heater, and then your return pump. That's all you really need. I wasn't going to run a skimmer on it. A light would come off the back if you want it. It's one of one. It's 500 bucks. I can ship it. I would prefer not to. I would prefer you just come pick it up. It does sit really nicely as well on this little IKEA stand. So, okay, well, since we are on the topic of aquariums, let's continue. What else is changing in the shop? You know, Kavina has been gone for 2 months, and she came back and she's like, March, oh my god, everything's different. That's how it works here. That's how ADHD works. It's just always, I gotta stay busy. I like projects. And she's like, oh my god, what is this? What is coral coffee? What is coral hot sauce? Holy sh! What are coral cookies? This is our new homemade LPS recipe. So let's see if I can open it on camera. So as far as I know, this is the first amino acid infused food, and you have a lot of different particle size and types of food. So if you want to feed torch, acans, lastos, hammers, frog spawns, acanthophilius, cynarinas, elegans, Duncan, how many corals can March name? Try this stuff out. I just put it on sale for 10 bucks instead of 15, sort of like as an introductory price so people can try it. Speaking about new foods, our friends over at Reef Wholesale, Mr. Patrick, I think he was feeling a little bit inspired by the Reef Casa taking off and success, and he has been feeding this to his tanks for the longest time, so he's decided as well to package and sell it. It's actually a dual blended nori. It's the first that I know of in the world that's two different noris, but it's like fused together into one sheet. So it's very similar to this, but it's like these ones fused into one sheet. So you're getting the benefit of multiple algae without having to store and feed 3 different ones. It's really inexpensive for the amount that you get in there. And same thing, this is really, really, I don't want to use the word cheap. It's very good value. It's really inexpensive on the site. I basically took out all of our profit on it so that people can try it, because I'm sure that once you try it, you're going to enjoy it. And I just want to give myself a little pat on the back, because I think I'm getting quite good at graphic design. I'm learning how to use Illustrator. Okay, we're not done. We're not done with the updates. I'm going to talk to you about this one in a second, because big changes happening here. But look at this. Kavina took home all her corals, and now I have a Red Sea Reefer 250 for sale. If anybody wants it, it's a 54 gallon. I'm going to let it go cheap. I'm thinking like 600 bucks Canadian, which is like 400 American. Why is it so cheap? Couple things. There's a catch. Hold on. It's too good to be true. One, this is a G1. So I believe it's 6 or 7 years old now. We have seen a couple of them leak in the past. This one's holding water. I think if you got a good one, you got a good one. I've had no issues, but I guess you are buying a used aquarium, and you guys have heard me say on the channel all the time, I do not recommend buying used aquariums. That being said, and the hypocrite that I am, I'm selling this used one really cheap. It also has a hole that I drilled down here. in the, it's kind of dark. How can we turn? Okay, I can't really show you, it's dark. But there is a hole with a bulkhead down there in the sump that should be patched. So I can maybe help you patch it, or if you're handy, you know what, it's reflected in the price actually. You just have to get a piece of glass and basically stick it onto there. It doesn't come with any equipment, it would just be the tank and the plumbing. You got to come pick it up, there's no delivery. The stand is in pretty good shape from the front. From the side, I think we screwed one thing into it at some point, so a little bit of white paint. So again, it's inexpensive. We've used it, but if you want a really good deal on a tank that now this runs 2,900. Yeah, 2,970. This is a $3,000 tank if you were to get a new G2. So it is pretty cheap. The Nero 5s have come off. The blades, I'm undecided if I'm going to use them, so I don't know if I'm going to sell them yet. I can give you a wicked deal on the CJ pump, but I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's going to be pickup only. I cannot ship that. It is too heavy. Kavina has completely changed her Pico again. You know what? I like that my staff is as crazy as me. Okay, what is going on with this tank? I've talked about taking it down in the past, and I think I am now actually fully going to do it because we have one larger Reef Casa tank in the works, and this is where I want to put it. I really want it to be the focal point of the store. It's not big. It is a small tank, but I think it's in line with the trend of everyone kind of buying smaller tanks, and it's a small store. I don't have a lot of room. I've had this tank set up for I think 6 or 7 years. I've sold 2. It's a custom tank, so it's inspired 2 people to go with it, but the days of big custom tanks like this, not even big, this is 80 gallons, 80, 85, but you know what my problem is more than that is I get bored. Once I've set them up, I'm looking at the same tank, the rock set up, the corals, everything is looking so healthy and happy. So in regular March fashion, I just have to get in there and screw the whole thing up and pull it down. So I'll probably do, wow, look at that. I didn't know Chromis host Acropora. Never actually seen one do that. Hello. Who do you think you are? What do you think you are? Clownfish? And that's your anemone? I'm going to keep most of the fish because I'm emotionally attached to them. Oh, my clown goby's still alive. I haven't seen him in a while. See, those fish are supposed to do that. Not you, sir. This one's right here. This little Okinawa yellow clown goby. They host Acro. This is where I expect to see him all the time, but I don't know where he hides. That Chromis that was in there, no, not normal. So yeah, big changes coming to the shop. The fish system's going to come down sometime this winter. I'm going to redo that. I'm always trying to improve. I'm always looking for like what is going to be the next thing. I gotta stay busy, and it looks like I don't work, and you guys see me traveling all the time, but for as much traveling as I do, there's a lot of work that goes on as well. These are still pretty packed. We have an order coming, I want to say week and a half maybe, so we'll get sort of desperate towards that time, but we've sort of changed the layout in the store where this is a lot of our colonies, a little bit of WYSIWYG over here, and then over in this tank, this used to be Acro, but we're slowly changing this into kind of an LPS holding area before we move all of our Acro over to that tank, because anytime I've put Acro in here, I've just gotten really good color, polyp growth, success. That is sort of the sweet spot, tons of flow. It's a little bit more narrow, so it's really easy to just kill the tank with flow. Turn up the pumps and just let it rip. These I can turn up really high. It's just easier for me to create the space that I think Acropora need to really shine and show off some of their best colors. I'm not getting the best color here, like I call it peak color. This is pretty good actually. I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think I can expect any more from some Ice Fire Enchilada. These were fragged over 5 weeks ago, so they are ready to go. I got an email from a customer and he was giving some feedback. He saw some stuff on the site and he said, March, I'm not going to be buying any more Acro from you because the last batch they were 2 fresh cuts, some fell off the plug and they didn't make it, and I really took that feedback to heart. I don't know if you're watching, I can't remember your name. So we have new protocols in place where if it's not 2, 3, 4 weeks, I want to see them encrusted, really on the plug. I think that we were playing it too loosey-goosey. We would cut them, they're looking good, and send them out. And we've had to retrain the staff because it's really not what we're about. I really want you to be really happy when you open the box, when you get a nice encrusted, happy Acropora. If I got to sit on them for another month before they're ready, what do I care? You know, we're not selling a ton of Acro. It's not like it's paying the bills. I only sell them really because I really like them. but this is such a small portion of the overall revenue of the store. It's not what it used to be. I could comfortably bring in, you know, I would load this tank. Oh my God, thank goodness for timers. Oh, I'm so happy this went off. I can't tell you, I set timers for everything. I know myself, I'm just gonna forget. And so, oh, I'm gonna remember that. No, set a timer, March. So I used to comfortably bring in 200, 300 colonies of acro, load up this tank, and they would fly. They would go out the door. People would come in and maricultured wild pieces. This was really our acro-dominated tank. It's not like that anymore. Times have changed, the market has changed. It's really about right now, Euphilia, zoanthids have always been hot. Acans are hot, blastomusa like never before, and flower pots. Where are the flower pots in this store? Different varieties, flowers, gonies, alveoporas. These are really, really popular. You have to be able, I think, to adapt and adjust as a store owner to meet the demands of the customers. I don't know if that's just here in Canada or just in Toronto. Maybe it's different where you're watching from. If you go to Top Shelf Aquatics, it would seem like everything I'm saying is absolute BS because that place is loaded with sticks and they do it right. But no, not the case for us. And actually, I was talking to two other very well-known stores here in Canada. Same thing, you know, it's nice to catch up sometimes with other owners and pick their brain and say, hey, what's new? What are you guys selling? What's not selling? What are you looking at? What are you experimenting with? I would like to say, no, you know what? I am proud to say that I am on good terms with every other store that's in this city and mostly across Canada. I don't know. I think there's one or two. No, maybe there's one in Toronto. He hates my guts, but he's never met me. We've never actually like shaken hands. You know, I've never looked at the guy eye to eye and said, hey man, nice to meet you. He just doesn't like me, and that's fine. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I was here 15 years before you've even set up a tank, so I'm used to it. It's natural for people that are kind of making their way up the ladder to be competitive, and actually maybe it's not natural because I just get along with everyone. I can walk into just about any shop and do shopping and shoot the shenanigans, but I don't think that can be said for a lot of stores. There's so much animosity between stores, rivalry, unhealthy competition, and I never understood that sort of scarcity mentality. The way I've always looked at it is like the pie is big enough for everyone. Everyone can take their slice, make their money, and go home happy. Or maybe not, because I guess some stores closed and we've been blessed with 14 years of success. When did we open? Officially 2011. We're almost 2025. Yeah, 14 years. Wow, has the time gone? But it's kind of good that I've been friendly with all of these shops, because now that we have the Reef Casa line and I'm trying to, you know, in a way sell myself and sell the brand and sell the aquariums to other stores. I'm trying to sell stuff to my competitors that have shops like this, the ones in Canada, not the ones in the US, because we don't compete. But I'm trying to sell my line of aquariums, Reef Casa, to competing stores. So I think I got lucky in a sense just by being on good terms with them over the years. It's an easy sales pitch for me because I have all their numbers. I'm friendly with all of them. And for a lot of them, they're customers at one point in time. I was on the other side of that counter. New products in the work for Reef Casa, since we're on that topic. I try my best not to talk about it so much on the channel. That's why we do traveling. I want to visit more tanks here in Toronto, more coral care videos, more things not about this, because I don't want the entire channel to become a sales funnel for this, you know, but I can't help it because this is what is on the forefront of my mind. This is what keeps me up at night. This is what gets me excited. This is a whole new chapter for me in this sort of entrepreneurial business life. I've done this for so long, as I showed you, since 2011. I can confidently grow and frag and sell corals. Product development, manufacturing, CNC, packaging, marketing. This is all new. So it happens to be my passion right now. So it comes through on the channel, and I just hope that I'm not annoying you guys too much with it. But this is cool. I like working with good companies, and Vivid Creative Aquatics is definitely one of them. So we outsource some things. I'm not going to make it better. I cannot. These guys are they're at the top of their 3D printing game. So if you don't know who they are, they make these random flow generators, but they make a lot of other cool little gadgets, and they also make these for us. And Antonio he's just a great guy to work with. He'll design it, he'll print it, he'll make it, he'll package it, and he'll send me a finished product. I have to do nothing but give him my credit card number, and he's really just a pleasure to work with, and it makes me proud to see our name next to his name. The same goes with things like stacks from Julian Sprung. We buy them direct from him, and we include them with each one of our reef casa tanks, along with salt, along with sand. So things like that make me, I'm at a loss for words that I'm able to work with people like that. I feel really blessed. These are people that I really looked up to when I started in the hobby, when I started building my first tanks, and when I used to read something called books. I don't know if you guys know those. They're all gone these days. Everything's on the internet as you watch YouTube videos like this one. But it wasn't like that. When I started, we had just got a computer at home. We didn't even have dial-up connection for a year after that. I had to meet up with people at shops or at Masna, and I have a large collection. There's some here. I got even more at home. Books. I used to get off on just getting the new magazines and learning and reading and sharing with others, and it's so different. There's so much information now, and I think it's easier than ever to keep one of these going. So if there's any corals in this tank maybe you've had your eye on, there are a couple I'm going to keep, but I'd be happy to let some of them go. Some of the fish I have to keep because, like I said, I'm just like emotionally attached to them. They're like my pets. I almost cried the other day when one of my fish at home, my Lamarck's angel, jumped out of the tank. I was so upset. I spent like 40 minutes looking for him in the tank, pulling apart the rockwork. I kept saying, there's no way angels jump. There's no way he jumps. I'm looking behind the tank, and then he really flew. Like he was a good 6-7 feet and then hiding underneath the desk. It was so upsetting. But I get, they're like my pets, you know. I really do love the fish, the ones that I've had for a while. This sucker here who just survives forever, this mantis and the zebra, they're friends. He doesn't even make like a move on him. He's hiding there in the cave. I don't know if you really can see him. We recently moved this tank. It used to be set up here, but like I said, always changing, always trying to improve. Even just the layout of the store, the way people are able to walk, and the flow of energy, just to kind of allow customers. I don't want any spots where there's like a blockage. Front door! That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun. I hope to see you back here on the next episode of Fragbox TV. Okay, bye for now.